Alright, we're going to be starting at Servasa, so once this Flashpoint map is played, we can't play Flashpoint again. Hope you guys are as excited for this matchup as I am. So, Polar's only played one match so far in this league. They won their first matchup against Eclipse 2-0. Olympians are 1-1. They beat the Saviors but lost to Eclipse. We'll see which team gets their second win on the board. No team in the entire league has 2 wins yet. So that's going to change after this match. Polar still fighting to be undefeated. I'm going to do my best to commentate and also keep the camera angles somewhat on the action here. Slaying Beast opening pick on Lucio is black before both teams even touch the point. Leo taking down Shu as well. Team fight already looking great for Polar. They'll clean up everybody except the Doomfist Acture, who retreats back to point. Are these all GM players? I think so, G-Ducks. I am not 100% sure, but I think every player in this lobby is GM, which should be really exciting to watch. So Polar's going to take control of the first Flashpoint. We'll see how our Olympians attempt to break through this defense. We have interesting choice in tanks here. We have Acture playing the Doomfist going up against the Roadhog for Leo. Roadhog recently with that rework. Have not seen much of them in competitive play as Leo takes Tripobito down there. Polar holding this defense right now very strongly. Nearly hooks Acture as well, who just barely drops back. So it's looking like, barring a miracle, Polar is going to have this first point. Olympians might be able to contest in just the last couple seconds here. Polar's doing a really good job of zoning them out of this point. They haven't even sniffed the objective so far. Looks like the Olympians might be making a scramble for point, but that's already a pick. Jellyman on Azarov. And the overtime is ticking down, so Olympians are not going to be able to contest this. Lucio is black on the Sojourn, was contesting it, but then left. And so that'll be point number 1 for Polar. Not sure if Leo was lagging there. That was funny. Just holding the wall. Alright, so we're going to be heading to the second point. I forget what this one is called. It's like the fountain one with all the water. We have lots of ultimates online for Polar. Actually, lots of ultimates in the lobby. We might see a genuine ultim here in a second. Promise opening pick on the Tracer. And Polar is just cleaning up this team fight. Just a few Olympians players left. They're going to be taken down as well. Tripobito did get a pick on Jellyman before going down. But just Acture alive now. They're going to back up and regroup with their team. So, not a single team fight for the Olympians quite yet. But Acture with a beautiful kill on Leo sends them into the water. That could be the opening pick they need to actually win this first team fight. We'll see how the rest of Polar stabilizes without their tank. The pick on Sojourn will help. Popping the Sojourn ult. Shu countering with a Brig ult. Oops. Olympians getting a few picks here and there. This might be the first teamfight win for Olympians. They're going to flip this point. Okay, so Olympians are going to have some life in them here on this second point. Able to flip it at least once. Polar have 58% currently. Here comes Polar back on the offensive, wasting no time. Not a lot of switches for either of these teams so far. Leo taking a ton of damage. Gets the pick onto Tripobito again, but they're going to be traded out. Meteor strike from Acture to disengage there. Going to land right on top of Slaying Beast, though. And with a nice play from Acture, it seems like the Olympians are going to hold on to this point. They might actually tie this up 1-1 here. Okay. The first point looked rough for Olympians, but it looks like the rust has settled off. And it looks like Olympians are here to play now. We're tied up 1-1. Polar is going to be searching out this next flashpoint. And it'll be Garden. This is my least favorite one. I always suck on this flashpoint. Leo just barely missing the hook onto Axure. Axure taking so much damage, able to retreat back to their support line. So Polar now kind of has control of the point. They're just trying to zone out the Olympians from even getting through this first choke point to contest. But the objective has not unlocked yet. It's going to be unlocking in just a second. Leo with the nice pull onto Axure. Axure is barely kept alive using the immortality field. And Jellyman will keep Drip-O-Vito from using that ultimate there. Looks like they smartly waited out the hook, but it still was not able to get it off. High Noon is hard to pull off. Leo with the whole hog. They're going to drop it in this small room. A great pick onto Azarov. Polar will send Olympians retreating for the time being. Polar already up to 50%. That was a pretty long team fight. Burned a lot of clock. Axure with a massive punch there. They're going to drop the ultimate as well. They take down Slaying Beast. That's an opening pick for the Olympians. Jellyman going to use the beat to try and keep their team alive. They're actually going to use both support ults, it seems like. Trying to stabilize this fight for our Polar team. Promise with the beautiful pulse bomb onto Azarov. That'll make this a 4v4 for the time being. Axure takes down Promise, though. Axure trying to put this Olympians team on their back like they did last time against Eclipse. Leo been bullying Drip-O-Vito this game. Every time I spectate them, they get a hook kill. And I really don't know who's winning this team fight at the moment. It looks like it's going to be Olympians. There was picks on both sides. Polar able to get up to 99%. But that means Polar's going to have to win one more team fight. Thank you, Chewbacca15. I appreciate that. So Olympians capture the points at about 40% at the moment. Polar just going to need to win one more team fight to go up 2-1. Here comes the whole hog from Leo. And lots of Olympians players low, but no picks as of now. Looks like they're trying to boop Axure. Has to turn back though. All 10 players still alive at the moment. Still no picks as the TPS are harassing the backline. First pick will come for Polar, but it's going to be traded out, but it's the tank down for Polar. And some DPS ults in the way of Olympians are going to clean up this point. It looks like Olympians are going to go up 2-1. They will. So after a very, very rough point for Olympians, they did not even touch the first flashpoint. They have won the next two. Leo switching over to the Junker Queen. Retiring the hog for now. We're also going to have a Genji for Polar. Switching up the comp a little bit here. Old comp maybe not working as they lost those last 2 points. Seeing what else they can do. Promise opening pick on Azarov. Now they're going to say hello to the rest of the backline. Taking on Lucio is Black. Nice peel from Axure. Able to stop the Tracer, but Tracer will take out Lucio is Black anyway. And Polar is going to cap this point again. That's how they started last time though, and it was flipped backwards. So Olympians was able to turn it over last time. We'll see if they can do it again. Genji getting very low, able to keep up. First pick goes to Leo, taking down Shu. That is the breakdown. That's their main support. So Olympians are probably going to get wiped here and have to restart. We have Drip-O-Vito switching to the Sim, interestingly enough. It's looking good for Polar. They're going to chill over in this corner of the map. While Promise duels Axure. Axure hunting down this Tracer. Lucio ult will come out to keep Polar healthy, and they're going to get 2 picks, forcing Olympians to back up once again. Not a lot of time on this clock, though. Already at 99%. If Olympians want to contest, they're going to have to do it now. And it doesn't look like they will, so we are going to Flashpoint number 5 as Axure takes down Slaying Beast. Promise will trade it out, getting a kill onto Shu. We have 1 map left. We're going to whatever that one is in the corner. I don't know the names. I know Garden and Palace. So we're gonna see which team sets up on point first. Drip Obito taking out Promise, but getting traded out for Jellyman there. 4-on-4 heading into this point. Jellyman double kill on the DPS, as Lucio no less. Axure still hanging on to life with their supports. But it looks like Polar might be able to capture first here. And Lucio is trying to capture this point, but Leo is down. So that is no tank for Polar. This might be flipped right back, as Axure just seems like they cannot die for Olympians. It'll get flipped back with only 13% on the point. And Axure's hunting down Promise, not able to get that kill. They got them so low. Shu takes out Promise. Jellyman going down to Axure as well. Axure taking no prisoners currently. Olympians up to 36% on this capture area. The final flashpoint. It's been very back and forth. Many Olympian players getting low, just trying to keep them all up. Here comes Polar again. Baptiste window comes out. They're going to charge right through it, though. Jellyman kill. Genji a kill. Sojourn a kill. That will be a point flip for sure. Just Axure alive right now. Axure is going to take out Promise, though. And they are still alive. They're going to retreat to their team, though. They're going to need some heals. Polar's going to flip this back. Back and forth on this last final flashpoint. Olympians, lots of ults. 4 ults, and they're just going to dump them. Beat comes out. I'm waiting for this Sojourn ult. Here it comes. Sojourn ult comes out for Lucio. Leo using the tank ult. We have 2 picks for Olympians. 3 picks for Olympians. If Olympians are able to clean this up, Polar might not have enough time to recontest. All of Polar is down. They get it to 78%, but that is it for that team fight. Polar is going to have to recontest. It's going to probably be a bit of a stagger team fight. Jellyman just trying to get in position here. Leo switching over to the Doomfist. Played a bit of their Doomfist in the first matchup against Eclipse. So Polar will be able to contest, but Jellyman is already down. That is an opening pick. For Olympians, all they need to do is finish up this team fight, and they'll secure map number 1. Slaying Beast does take out Lucio is black, but Axure is just going to ravage the squishies. And as it ticks down, it's just going to be a few stragglers left. And after what looks like an unlikely start, Olympians will take map number 1 against Polar. And I think it's fair to say that that was one hell of a Doom carry. Like how I'm talking while I'm muted. Never mind. So with map 1 in the books, it will be Polar's map pick. They can pick anything but a flashpoint map. So if we're looking at the predictions, we had 9,000 channel points on Polar and 2,000 on Olympians. So Olympians bettors might be feeling pretty good about this right now. As we load into Lijiang. Thank you, Shanier. I appreciate that. You think so, Athena? Yeah, I really enjoy the league. Thank you, Big J5. I know you're playing on Eclipse today. Please go easy on my team. Don't forget we have Eclipse versus Ragu coming up right after this match. Okay. Olympians coming out on top for map number 1. But you gotta win too. We're gonna have the Doomfist mirror between Axer and Leo. Olympians teleporting to point. That looks like me and Ladder TPing to point. But Polar's gonna start off with 1, 2, 3 picks. Leo chasing down Axer. Axer just seems like they cannot die. But they will die there. Okay, that's a team wipe for Polar. They're gonna cap first. Polar started similarly in the first flashpoint. Absolutely locked down the first flashpoint, but then somehow lost the map. But that just means that we have a really close matchup here, taking all 5 flashpoints to separate these two teams, which we're in for a really good match, I think. This one might go to 3 maps as well. Olympians knocking on the door of the checkpoint here. Trying to zone Polar a little bit out of position. Axer, the lone Olympian, inside the checkpoint right now. A bit of a TPS duel in the back line. Slaying Beast gets the opening pick. They've been getting a lot of opening picks on the Kiriko. Must be landing a lot of those headshots. We're having a full-out brawl in this little room over here. Axer takes down Slaying Beast. Promise is going to take down Azarov. Leo narrowly has Dripobito. They will take him down, but Axer's going to trade it out. There's got to be like 3 players alive at the moment. And it looks like that is an overall win for Olympians. They're going to flip this point, I think. Just Promise alive for Polar right now. Okay, 59% on the timer. Olympians have taken control. It's crazy to see so much Doom gameplay. I didn't know Doom was this meta. I thought it was like Sigma. I thought Sigma was like the tanky play. But it's cool to watch, man. I like watching Doom. I don't like playing against them, though, in comp. Slaying Beast with the Kiriko ult. Azarov getting the opening pick onto Genji. Support ults coming out for both teams. Leo hunting down Dripobito, but their supports are doing a great job of keeping them up. Promise double kill on the Tracer. Triple kill. Oh, Genji stole their play of the game. Oh, bummer. But Promise cleaning up shop there, and that'll allow Polar to flip this back. Olympians with 42 on the clock. Such a back and forth matchup. Olympians gonna head to the right side of the map. Worked out last time for them. They were able to win a scrappy team fight to flip it. We get a trade. Axer takes down Slaying Beast, but Promise takes down Shu. 4v4. Leo takes down Drip. Polar up for the time being. Leo with another kill. Promise finishes him off. So just 5%. Polar is going to take objective number 1. Round 1 Polar. This is an exciting one. These teams are crazy, man. Is this like what playing in like GM on like comp is like normally like? Is it normally this chaotic? Is this like crazy?
I got lucky with my call sign. Can you imagine if they called me Zippy?
So Polar showing some good resilience here after losing map number 1. Short-term memory. They come right out of spawn and are able to capture round 1 on their map pick, Lijiang Tower. Dripobito using the raffle command in the middle of their matchup. That's funny. Leo's going to be coming out on the Ramatra, a character I don't think we've seen very much so far in this league. Ramatra did receive some buffs this season. Maybe that's why. We're going to the inside control center point of Lijiang Tower coming up next. We also have Mei for Promise, which they haven't played yet in this matchup. Jellyman opening pick. I swear this dude gets so many kills on Lucio of all characters. Hanzo and Promise will help clean up the team fight. Dripobito's not going to escape on the Sombra. Polar hasn't capped the point quite yet. I'm sure Slaying Beast will head on back here. Nope. Okay. Lucio's got it. Lucio best DPS, honestly. And so now Polar is just going to try and keep the Olympians stuck in this little corner here. They're going to zone out the rest of the squishies using Maywall and Ramatra's force field there, and it's going to work out great. They're able to zone out Axure from their team and able to get the elimination on them. Just controlling this choke point very well here. There's another pick for Jellyman. I know we don't do player of the match, but Jellyman is really helping this Polar team get some very important eliminations. Slaying Beast has that window. I knew it was coming. Axure's going to take down the Immortality field, and now they're going to jump on the back line here, try and get some eliminations. They take down Slaying Beast. That is the flex support down for Polar. Jellyman going to try and stabilize. We also have a May ult. It's going to take down a couple Olympians here, and Polar might be able to stay alive here after losing their main support there on Baptiste. I mean, main source of healing, I should say. Jellyman going to escort Slaying Beast back into the fight here. Polar is doing just a fantastic job of holding down this checkpoint. The wall off on Axure. Again, they're going to try and kill him before he can get back to his team. The May slowness is just really shutting down this Doom. And Polar is probably just going to clean this up. We have 85% left on the objective. That means Olympians are probably going to have just one more chance to touch here, but they can't even get through the choke point to even contest. And that Hanzo is going to get the opening pick again, harassing the backline. 99%. So now it's going to be that time where everyone jumps on the objective. Drippo Beetle double kill. Lucio is black getting kill on the tank. Olympians might be able to flip it here on 99%. They will. Okay. So all Polar is going to have to do... Oh no. That's a dirty stagger. All Polar is going to have to do is win one team fight. And they win map number 2 and send us to map number 3. They're going to try and wall off Axure here. Axure on the Doom though. So much escapability. No picks quite yet. Axure able to get out. Some help from their supports. I just realized Olympians running 2 flex supports, just trying to give as much healing as possible. Both of them are going to get knocked off the map. Jellyman with a beautiful, beautiful boot kills both supports, and neither of them have mobility to survive that. So unless Axure is able to pull off the best Doomfist play of all time, they'll choose to emote instead. Polar striking back in map number 2, tying us up 1-1. We are going to map 3 again. These matches are spoiling me, man. This better be play of the game. Immortality field on the outskirts, but Jellyman says can't be immorted if you're off the map, and sends both Ana and Baptiste soaring. GG's, that is map number 2 down. Alright. The exhibition matches are over. Olympians taking the first one in a very close flashpoint game, winning 3-2. Polar striking back on their map choice, Lijiang Tower, having no mercy, and winning both points kind of easily. Not too easily. There was some team fights back and forth, but it was definitely all Polar. Interesting switch here. Jellyman, who's been playing insane on the Lucio, is going to be switching over to the Zenyatta. We're going to have double snipers for Polar. And then it looks like Olympians... well, they're switching up everything. I don't know what they're running. We're going to have double Sigma as we usually see on Circuit Royale. We're going to have a Life Weaver too on the side of Olympians, which is interesting. Winner of this map takes it home, so it is do or die. Both of these teams just one win. Winner of this will be the first team to have 2 wins in the whole league. Opening pick onto Drip Obito from Hanzo. Polar played this map against Eclipse and played very well. We had a nice Widow duel that game. Doesn't look like we'll have the Widow duel this time. Just Promise on Widow at the moment. And Promise is going to give Lucio a haircut there. Hanzo cleaning up Axure as well. Not seeing the Doomfist from Axure this time, seeing the Sigma as well. But Sigma's like the only tank you really do see on this map, so. Polar has barely let the Olympians touch the payload so far. Axure switching back to the Doom. Promise is going to keep Lucio in spawn though with another headshot on the Sojourn. Just might have them outranged at this point. We've got Sojourn and Soldier for Olympians, which is an interesting choice for Circuit Royale going up against a Widow, and it's working out about as much as you would expect. Not really able to get much working. Promise just going ham on the Widowmaker. There's a pick in the kill feed every couple seconds. No wonder Polar... I was about to say no wonder Polar picked this map, but this is Olympians map pick, which is interesting, because I would have expected them to pick Circuit Royale. They would want to play these more ranged characters, but seems like they're going with like a more divey feel with the Doomfist. I mean, I'm sure they know what they're doing. They're GM and I'm not, but it's just interesting to me. So we're already down to 1.5 minutes, and Olympians have barely sniffed the payload. It's moved a total of 27 meters out of their spawn. Lots of ults online for Polar as well, but Promise is going to take out Lucio. No matter what hero it seems like Lucio is playing here, Promise just keeps finding the headshots onto them. Axure already off the Doom, going back to the Sigma again, trying to match this Sigma from Leo. Leo taking out Shu, big pick there. That is most of their heals. Promise taking out Drip Obito. Looks like Drip Obito has finally switched to the Widow to take on Promise, but Promise is just putting on a clinic right now. In their first matchup, we saw Polar Eclipse. Promise took on Energy, and that was a really back and forth Widow battle. Both of them definitely got some headshots in on that one. Drip Obito with a nice pick. First pick, I believe, in this entire matchup for the Olympians. They take down Drip Obito. I'm sorry, they take down Hanzo. 16 seconds on the payload. Promise is going to catch Azarov through the window. Here comes Axure in the sky, going to take down Slaying Beast. Promise trying to get away from Axure, but Drip Obito is going to take that opportunity to take them out. Leo with a triple kill. Unfortunately missed that on the spectating. And that is going to be enough to keep Olympians off this payload. Azarov trying to use that Zenalt to get back. And Polar, to win this match, they're going to need to just move this payload about 30 meters. This is where they need to get the payload. Just around the first corner here. Polar losing map number 1, and they were stuck in a sticky situation. They were going to need to win the next 2 maps, and they rallied back on Lijiang, and this right here is where they need to get the payload, and that's game, set, match. We'll see what the Olympians cook up here. Who knows, this might be the greatest hold ever seen in Overwatch history.
Hello.
Promise back on the Widowmaker though. That's what I'd be scared about. So here we go. They're gonna have, I forget exactly the time bank. They're gonna have 4 minutes to move the payload 27 meters. Leo's gonna start escorting it already. You can see it on the ground. Not too far. You can already hear the music coming in. They're getting close. Axure is gonna sit down there and contest the payload while the rest of Olympians try to support them. Genji jumping on the back line, forced to retreat for now. Promise takes the opening pick. They get a double kill. It's Promise in the kill feed taking out Azarov and Lucio is black, but they're 51 HP. They're going to heal up here. That means that payload is 0.48 meters away. Axure is getting so low, they're going to get forced off the point, and Polar is going to run it in. Polar is going to win the match up 2-1. That was another 3-mapper. But Polar will come out on top after losing the first one. GG's, that was fun to watch. Well, I'm sorry for our Olympians betters. It looked good after that first one, but it will be what the majority picked. It'll be Polar getting the dub. Alright, we're going to break for, I guess, a quick interview with our Polar team. Let me switch over to this on our 2-1 result. Alright, I'm going to go say hi to them. See what they got to say.
Hello?
Polar.
Hello?
Polar. What is going on, my friends? Congratulations on the 2-1 victory.
Thank you.
So, I haven't done one of these interviews before, but I guess I'll just wing it. So, tell me about Flashpoint. What do you guys think was the reason why weren't able to get it done there on that last point when it was 2-2 and not able to just connect? Like, was there an Olympians player that was the problem, or what was going on?
Going into the match, we just kind of got a little bit too silly, is what I want to say. Didn't really care enough. They're not that good of a team. So, I mean, we kind of just donated to them, you know, make their end of season look a little bit better.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure everyone really appreciates it because, I mean, as you know, there 3 maps equals more raffles, so I'm sure the viewers will appreciate it. So, thank you for your charity work. But yeah,
Of course.
congrats again. You guys have an couple of upcoming matchups. What do you have to look forward to between Saviors and Ragu? How do you think those matchups are gonna go?
Better than today. We're just gonna smoke both teams.
Oh yeah,
Simple as
no.
that.
Yeah, it'll be murder. It'll be murder live. So, looking forward to it. But yeah, congrats again. Thank you so much for showing up, and
Thank you.
wishing you guys luck in the playoffs because I know I'll see you there. So,
Thank you.
see you soon. Bye.